The November 2017 coup in Zimbabwe, dubbed Operation Restore Legacy, was orchestrated by a coalition of senior military figures. Foremost was General Constantino Chiwenga, commander of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, ZDF, who delivered the pivotal ultimatum that precipitated the takeover. Standing beside him during the televised announcement was Lieutenant General Sibusiso S.B. Moyo, the coup's public face, who famously declared the movement on state TV. Air Chief Marshal Perrance Shiri, Chief of the Air Force, provided crucial operational support. Other high-ranking names included General Philip Valerio Sibanda, Army Chief, Defense Forces CEO Christopher Mutsvangwa, and Perrance Shiri himself, who later transitioned into political roles. This core military triumvirate effectively neutralized the G40 faction around Grace Mugabe and installed Emmerson Mnangagwa as president. Born in 1956, Chiwenga rose through the ranks of ZDF before emerging as a liberation war hero. As commander of Zimbabwe's armed forces, he issued a dramatic ultimatum on November 13, 2017, warning against the purge of liberation-era members within Zanu-Pf. His intervention precipitated the military takeover. He officially retired as commander later in December 2017, which cleared the way for his transition into politics. Redeployed swiftly, he became Mnangagwa's vice president. Despite signs of tension and speculation about a potential fall from grace, Chiwenga remained in office as of late 2025, actively consolidating his political base for a future leadership bid. General Moyo, born in 1960, was the face and voice of the coup when he addressed the nation from state television on November 15, 2017, stating Mugabe was safe and that the military was targeting the corrupt cabal. After the takeover, he was appointed Foreign Affairs Minister under Mnangagwa's administration. In January 2021, Moyo died in Harare at around 60 years old. Official reports cite complications from COVID-19 compounded by a pre-existing kidney condition requiring dialysis. His death dealt a significant blow to Chiwenga's network. The manner and timing of his passing in the wake of political maneuvering sparked speculation and left lingering questions about the fate of coup-era power structures. Air Chief Marshal Perrance Shiri, a former Air Force commander, played a pivotal operational role by ensuring military logistics and execution throughout November 2017. Post-coup, Shiri was appointed Minister of Lands and Agriculture. In July 2020, he died amid the growing COVID-19 pandemic. Government statements attributed his passing to complications from COVID-19. His death removed another cornerstone of the military triumvirate and further weakened Chiwenga's faction. The media at the time noted that Shiri's death, alongside Moyo's in quick succession, effectively dismantled the key pillars of coup-era military influence. Philip Valerio Sibanda, head of the Zimbabwe National Army during the coup, was instrumental in the strategic control of Harare's key installations. Following Chiwenga's retirement as overall Defense Forces commander in December 2017, Sibanda was promoted to that role. As of late 2025, Sibanda remains commander of the ZDF, signifying the military's continued internal stability. He has not announced retirement and appears to be quietly allied with the Mnangagwa-Chiwenga power dynamic, avoiding the purge that sidelined some of his contemporaries. Brigadier General Christopher Mutsvangwa served as a senior defense official and later became a political operative aligned with Mnangagwa's interests. Though not always in the limelight, Mutsvangwa helped shape the narrative, justifying the coup's legitimacy. He was critical in organizing internal party cohesion and presenting the coup as a constitutional corrective rather than a usurpation. Mutsvangwa remains a prominent Zanu-Pf figure and government advisor, largely shielded from the depoliticizing wave that hit some military figures after the coup. While Chiwenga, Moyo, Shiri, Sibanda, and Mutsvangwa were at the forefront, over 60 senior officers gathered during the coup announcement. One notable figure was retired Major General, later, Edzai Chimonyo, who in December 2017 was promoted to Lieutenant General and installed as Zimbabwe National Army Commander, coinciding with Chiwenga's retirement. Air Vice Marshal Elson Moyo also ascended to Air Marshal, succeeding Shiri in the Air Force. These moves illustrate how the military reshuffled its leadership, coordinated to remove Mugabe allies like Augustine Chihuri, and integrated coup supporters into key security roles. In the years following the 2017 coup, Zimbabwe experienced a noticeable increase in the deaths of senior military figures, signaling the gradual fading of the liberation-era leadership. One of the most significant losses was Major General, retired, Solomon Siziba, who passed away in January 2025 at the age of 67 after battling cancer. Although Siziba was not directly involved in the coup, his death symbolized the broader generational shift within the country's security establishment. Similarly, Brigadier General Shadrack Ndabambi died in late 2024, further underscoring the decline of the old guard that had dominated Zimbabwe's military and political spheres for decades. These deaths were not isolated incidents, but part of a pattern that weakened the influence of long-standing commanders who had shaped national defense since independence. As these figures exited the stage, whether through retirement or death, the balance of power began to tilt toward younger officers and politically aligned technocrats. This transition has profound implications for Zimbabwe's future, as it opens space for new leadership dynamics while reducing the historical leverage once held by liberation war veterans within the armed forces and government. In the years following the coup, Zimbabwe saw a spike in deaths of senior military figures. The most poignant instance was Major General, retired, Solomon Siziba, who succumbed to cancer at age 67 in January 2025. Although not a 2017 coup participant, Siziba's passing represents a broader phase-out of the liberation-era military generation. Additionally, Brigadier General Shadrack Ndabambi died in late 2024. These losses diminished the hold of old guard commanders, shifting influence toward newer alignments. Key coup generals largely transitioned into political or administrative positions post-2017. Chiwenga retired as ZDF commander in December 2017 and immediately became vice president. Shiri left military duty and was appointed Minister of Lands, but died in 2020. Moyo was reassigned as foreign minister until his death in 2021. Sibanda rose to full military leadership, continuing his role. Others like Chimonyo and Elson Moyo moved into prominent service chief roles. Meanwhile, sidelined Mugabe allies like Augustine Chihuri were retired or forced out alongside broader regime restructuring. By late 2025, Chiwenga remains vice president and key contender for succession, having rebuilt his support within the military and Zanu-Pf. Sibanda leads active defense operations. Mutsvangwa retains a solid advisory role. The deaths of Shiri and Moyo significantly weakened the military-political faction aligned behind Chiwenga. With Mnangagwa seeking to consolidate power and extend his term, internal jockeying among surviving generals continues. The passing of liberation-era figures, like Siziba, signals a generational shift, opening space for new actors within Zimbabwe's security apparatus. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe.